Okay, here we go again. We're going to find the derivative of this. And I lost my pen, so this is a really good start to this. Oh, there it is. Really good start to this video. All right, so this is the quotient rule. And you can see because we have a composite function down here, that's going to involve the chain rule. Now, you're going to find, if you don't already, that these are going to be the derivatives themselves are going to be pretty simple. It's going to be the simplification. So, as usual, if you're ready, pause this video, try to do this and simplify it, and then come back. So, the quotient rule, we have the bottom times the derivative of the top. Derivative of x is 1 minus the top times the derivative of the bottom, which is x squared plus 4 to the 1/3. So that's the chain rule. That would be 1/3. Leave the inside alone, x squared plus 4 to the negative 2/3. Now times the derivative of the inside, which is x squared. So the derivative of x squared is 2x. I find most often when students make mistakes early on, when you're combining like a quotient rule and a chain rule, they overlook this part, the derivative of the inside. So be careful. All over the bottom squared. So the bottom was x squared plus 4 to the 1/3. When you square that, you multiply exponents. So it's now 2/3. So now the cleanup step. Nothing to do with the first term. With the second term, this binomial you can't really touch because it's to the negative 2/3. You can't multiply anything into it. So we're going to leave this as the last term and multiply everything else. X times 1/3 times 2x, and put that out in front of this term. So we have 2/3 x squared. And now we're ready to factor. So, looking at this, the only common factors here, well, you can clearly x squared plus 4 to the negative 2/3. But this one has a denominator. So you are going to have to factor out a 1/3. An alternate method is you can multiply, since it's a complex fraction, you can multiply the entire top by 3, the entire bottom by 3, if that makes more sense to you. But I like to get on a routine here, and since we've always been just factoring out 1/3, that's what I'm going to do. So 1/3 x squared plus 4 to the negative 2/3 is the common factor of both of these terms up top. This term and this term. Here's my minus. So when I factor out a 1/3 from this term, since it doesn't have the denominator, I have to multiply it by 3. And factor out negative 2/3 exponent from the 1/3 exponent would be 3/3 or 1. So this is x squared minus 4 to the first. On this term, I factor out the 1/3 so that this 3 is gone. So I'm left with 2. X squared. And then I factor out this entire x squared plus 4 to the negative 2/3. So that's the factoring. So the next step is going to be to combine these terms by distributing the 3 and subtracting the 2x squared. these terms, as you know, can be, since they're factors, can be moved around. So this 3 is going to come down. This x squared plus 4 to the negative 2/3 is going to come down. So, give myself some more room here. I'm going to take care of the bottom right now. The 3 is down. The x squared plus 4 to the negative 2/3 is now positive 2/3. There was already one of those down there. Now the top. Distribute the 3. You can see there's going to be a combination up here. And I'm sorry about this. I've done this almost every video, and I should not do that. As soon as I applied the quotient rule, it became the derivative. Anyhow, this is 3x squared minus 2x squared, which is 1x squared minus 12. The bottom is 3. These are like exponents, so you can add the 2/3 and the 2/3 to become x squared plus 4 to the 4/3. And that is it. So the simplification, as always, is a pain. However, it's going to be the same. It's the same as even before the chain rule. If you're doing the same thing, and you can't see that. If you're doing the same thing every time, just keep practicing it, get used to it, and it shouldn't really be that big of a deal.